Welcome, Immortal Beloveds, to the Dawna Cosmic Podcast, where we discuss what it means to live multi-dimensional with authenticity. Let's go. March 25th, 2025, episode 14. Thanks for tuning in. Love having you. Hi, beloveds, Immortal Beloveds. Welcome back to the Dawna Cosmic Podcast. My name is Dawna. I love having you here. Come on in. This episode today is about it's coming up to come out. So welcome, make yourselves comfortable. I don't know how long this is going to be. I usually write and then record. But today I just want to talk to you. And thank you for coming through, and thank you for liking and subscribing and all of it, really. I don't dance with the algorithms too much, really. It's not my thing. I still thank you for the energy that you exchange with me on that. So it's coming up to come out. I had a revelation today about myself. Now, this revelation will also help you, I feel, because usually when we hear that saying, it's coming up to come out, we're talking about emotions, feelings, right? And so they're coming up to come out. If you're not aware of that, keep on your spiritual walk. That truth will reveal itself to you. That feelings and emotions, they're coming up to come out, right? And they can be guides. So we're not the feeling. We don't ever have to be stuck on a feeling. A feeling does not have to dominate, control us. It's moving through what we are. Okay, having said that, I'm going to today share my revelation with you, and it's on the physical letting go. Now, I had something miraculous happen. I call it miraculous. Everything's a miracle. Let's face it. And I had a miraculous experience where at the age of 17, some events unfolded before that. However, at the age of 17, something in me clicked. It was like a clock went off, a timer or something, and I completely changed. I was already always physically active, always sporty, always using the physical, right? I loved being physical, whether it was bike riding, whatever it was. And I took up jogging, and along with it seemed a state of consciousness had embodied itself here and was vibrating here. I just began changing the way I ate. I stopped smoking cannabis. Yes, it happened. And I stopped smoking cigarettes as well. I smoked cigarettes for 2 years. So that's interesting. But I stopped all that. This state of consciousness seemed to take over all on its own. And I remember driving my mother crazy. No, you can't use salt. No, you can't. We're going back, right, beloveds? This is going back. And I was driving her crazy. No, we can't buy this. We can't buy margarine. We have to get real butter. We can't. And something was feeding me. I am noetic by nature. That is what I am by nature. So a lot of information does come noetically to me from observing the life and experiencing the life. And I drove her crazy. So I began working out even more, not obsessively, but just it was, I already loved it. I already loved being physical. I already loved breaking a good sweat. And then I started to make it into a routine is what I did. And I started working out and exercise. And I started jogging a few miles and around the beach. There's a beach around, for anybody that's familiar with New Bedford, there's Fort Rodman. They changed the name. I still call it Fort Rodman. Too many word games. So I used to jog around there. I used to bike from one end of the city to the other and back again. And so I was always physically active, and then aerobics came out and I took up aerobics. And I'm just giving you a play of how this state of consciousness functioned here. Now, what I didn't know is that all of that exercise was release. Okay, we know this naturally, that it's releasing, right? It's a way that rebalances the body, the mind, right? Even the soul in some ways. And but I wasn't aware of that. I just really enjoyed it and I loved it, and it was a way of life, like brushing teeth. So I had children. I did pregnancy exercises, like post pregnancy exercise. I was exercising in the hospital bed the day after I delivered my babies. It's just something that I did. I did it safely, I did it responsibly, but it was just something, it was like breathing, right? And something began happening as I went for my undergraduate degree. Something began happening where I started the more intense my studies got, the less I started exercising. And something started happening with the body. It started changing. It started becoming less healthy, and it started symptomizing different things. And what I can say today, right now, why I'm sharing this with you, is because it's coming up to come out. It doesn't only apply to the emotions. Our bodies are designed so intelligent that they will find a way to release. They will find a way to get it out. So because I wasn't exercising, my body began finding a way to still expel subconscious beliefs, limiting beliefs, illusions, right? It started finding a way to purge the body on its own. And I didn't know then that was happening. This came to me today. This insight came to me today. So I have been, I don't know if I want to say struggling, battling, but feeling very disheartened for a very long time now, since the body started symptomizing, because it seemed to intensify, right? As time went on, the symptoms seemed to intensify. And the more the feelings, the symptoms intensified, the more lousy feelings I got, the more, dense energy resided here. And I still kept on. I still kept writing my books, writing my children's books, um, and, creating and making a video here, making a video there, still manifesting in my life, right? Still using the beautiful gift of imagination to have fun and play. I was still on that spectrum and on that frequency tip. I never really let that go. There were moments of extremely low despair, absolutely, just from experiencing. And that happened also. Now, why I'm saying this is because anybody dealing with something physical that's super challenging, the body's not deteriorating. It came to me today. Now, I'm no physician. I'm no physician at all. I am noetic. And what came to me today is the body will find a way to get it out. And my body found a way through purging, excessive purging of mucus. It's disgusting, but the body needed to release it. It was formerly releasing subconscious beliefs, anything from trauma, anything from pain. It formerly, exercise was the way that the body was releasing. And since I had declined in my exercising, now the body was finding a way to get it out. So it's still coming up to come out. Even physically, the body will do that. So we were conditioned that we have a feeling, and that feeling is validated our existence or experience. No, it doesn't. It doesn't validate anything. It's just energy, and it's moving to come up and out. The true meaning lies in the observer of that energy. That's the true meaning. You are the truth. I am the truth. So as the observer, we observe that energy moving through this vessel, moving through. Excuse me. So I just want to encourage you, if you're dealing with something really physical that's really intense, switch your mind, right? Because this is all about freeing ourselves from mental prisons. It's what I do, right? It's how I live. It's the walk that I talk. And I walk this. I wrote a book about it, Deliberate Consciousness, right? Um, if you're interested, grab that book. It's a beautiful, simple, easy to understand read. Nothing complicated in it. I had angelic guidance helping me to write that and whittle it down to make it super easy for all ages, basically, seriously. Um, and even if someone's really not practiced, but really, really deep in their walk, um, this book is still a beautiful, loving reminder of, yeah, of awareness, acceptance, and action. The three Al-Anons, the three A's in Al-Anon. However, I want whoever's listening to feel encouraged that the body symptomizes because it's releasing stuff. So what I did today was I tuned in and I sat. I wouldn't call it meditation. I sat. I did do a letting go guided meditation. That was about 15 minutes, and usually just the letting go is it's a catalyst for release to happen. So I did that, and I'm so grateful that I can do that. And so I just sat, and all these, as I released for those 10, 12 minutes, these insights came up to me about it's not just about the feelings of coming up to come out. The body will find a way to get it out. That's why people, okay, so we can pull in the aspect of awareness that we're aware of now, that stress kills, right? So what the body, we have to allow the body to release. So when the body's symptomizing, and I'm not picking anyone's symptom, I am no medical doctor. What I'm saying is this is energy and it will find a way to release, right? The body is super intelligent. We're not making it breathe. We're not making the heart beat. Super, super intelligent. The most intelligent computer ever. Biocomputer ever. That's truth. And so just if you're dealing with anything physical, try switching it around, right? Reverse the paradigm, have the paradigm shift, just entertain it. We can always go back. Remember, when we are ready to surrender a way of thinking, it's always okay to jump in feet first, eyes first eye first. It's always okay because that old state of consciousness is always going to be there. If we're that uncomfortable, and growing is uncomfortable, that's just part of the walk. If we're super uncomfortable, then we can always go back to that old way of thinking. It's not going anywhere. We can pick it back up again if we want to, but we may enjoy the new way of looking at something or of thinking so much that we forget all about that old way. And that's the beauty of what we are. We have the power to do that. That's innate in us. So try looking at it, the symptoms that the body is releasing, either old wounds, releasing dense energy, releasing worn out vibrations, releasing worn out vibrational patterns, releasing old thinking, releasing worn out feelings, worn out habits, right? Just look at it that the body is releasing, and this is the body's way of releasing. I'm not saying I've had fun with this. I'm not saying this was a party. I'm saying this awareness came to me today, and it is a true paradigm shift that I feel a tremendous amount of relief, just because of this one insight. I feel a tremendous amount of relief, and I don't feel anymore that the symptoms are basically an enemy, if you will. You know, the thought, oh, well, I'm really doing my spiritual walk. Why is the body is still symptomizing? Because the answer came to me because the body is still releasing. Once I start working out, which I intend to do, that's going to be another avenue for the body to release, right? So we don't realize how much there is to release. We don't realize how much we've taken on. We don't realize how many illusions we've taken on. And it's not really about anybody else. It's not about the experience with anybody else. It's us experiencing ourselves. And how do I want to experience myself? I want what I feel in my soul, deep in my soul, the truth of my being, to be manifest through this body. And I already have that because it's already here and it's already done, which is another topic. And I already have that. It's because it's already here. It's just a matter of shifting my awareness, having that paradigm shift that the body is not turning on itself or turning on me. That's not even a possibility. The body is emoting and the body is symptomizing to release. It's coming up to come out. So we don't have to attach to any story, any symptom, any feeling. We do not. And if we do, that is a choice. And we will reap the consequences, good, bad, indifferent, of that choice. So take heart. Know that the body is releasing and it will find a way. It will find a way. And if you want to know more, then you ask. You ask, and you will receive the answer. Ask, be still, and the answer will come as to maybe what you need to realize, what you need to accept, what you need to relinquish, or what needs to be done, if anything needs to be done externally. So yeah, that's the awareness that came today, and it's actually really tremendous. It's tremendous. Sit with it and you'll see how tremendous this is. This paradigm shift erases, dissolves so much faulty thinking with it. It's like this kingpin that pulls all these threads out. So then the focus will shift. Instead of, oh, look at how this body's symptomizing, it will be empowering and it will shift to, look how intelligent this body is, that it's still releasing things I am consciously unaware of. That's amazing. That's a miracle. And I can help it. I can help it do that because I can tune in and I can listen to receive the answers that I need, just as you can. And I intend that you do. Thank you again for tuning in, and I'll see you at the next podcast. Be well. Much happiness, much good health, much love. Man is an immortal being intended to express as light full frequency, and the highest vibration man can live is being the authentic self. As we wrap up today's journey into the spiritual and occult realms, remember, the mysteries we explored are only the beginning of a deeper personal exploration. Whether you're seeking wisdom, enlightenment, or simply understanding, the path is uniquely you. Keep questioning and allow the hidden truths of the universe to unfold their magic within you. May your mind stay free, your body stay healthy, and your spirit remain true. See you next episode.